everybody would be bodybuilder, but the bottle is heavy ass.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Buckets of Duckets. Down here in Covington, Louisiana, I'm your host, the Mohawked Meat Castle, Josh Watts. And right over there, right about, if you look over my shoulder, right where you would smash that motherfucking like button, is the comedian that is stronger than your dad and prettier than your mom up in Seattle, Washington, Chase motherfucking Myers!
Boom! What's up, shitheads? This is episode 56. That's right. It's 23 more than 33. Fuck you. I don't gotta do the math right. This is what it is. This is the greatest day of your life. Thank you for clicking in. Joey, I'll fucking stomp your dad to nothingness. That will happen. It will fucking happen. Woo!
Woo! All right. Coming in hot out the gate, huh? Now y'all don't know what the fuck is happening, huh? We switched
What
it up
is
on
the
y'all.
show?
Y'all don't even know.
Oh, a
Y'all
little
don't
switch
even
up. You are ready. Anything can happen on this show. Sometimes we trade personalities. How about that?
If you're just listening and not watching, my voice is actually coming out of Chase Myers' body. I don't want that. We got a whole Freaky Friday thing going on in it. We didn't. I grabbed this idol at the same time. Chase grabbed it. Lightning struck. We were both like, I wish I was in your body for a minute. And we said it at the exact same time. And it's been crazy, bro.
Dude, where is my family? Okay? Like, where are my children? Where's this place I'm at? I don't like
I'm just doing drugs with 6'9" Travis now. That's what I do. We just did mushrooms in a field and listened to Strawberry Fields by Beatles over and over and over on repeat for 17 hours. It was beautiful. I'm a fresh man.
Chase,
I want to ask you a question real quick. I want to jump straight into the real facts, okay?
Damn, all right.
I want
okay.
Chase, you've been my best friend for damn well going over a decade plus. We've been best friends. I want you to tell me honestly. And take a minute. There's no rush. It doesn't matter how long we take.
Okay.
Would you consider me an asshole if I did not finish reading someone's email that they sent me to tell me that they had cancer?
Oh, wow, man. So much to take in.
Hold on, let me finish. Because I don't care.
I mean, you might be. It sounds like you might be. Huh. How much of it did you skim? Did you at least find out that they had cancer? I guess this is a tough one for me. I need more, like, did you read it, get halfway through, and then celebrate because they have cancer? Because it kind of sounds like you might have.
No. Here's what happened. I saw who the email was from. I started reading it. It sounded like a pyramid mass marketing email scheme. Clicked out, went about my business. It's not even somebody. Now it sounds bad now that you know they have cancer, but I was going to say, it's not even somebody I give a shit about.
Clearly.
Got this email, I was like,
that came across.
What the fuck are you emailing me for? Blah, 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 terminal, blah, 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 brain cancer, blah, 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 stage 4. Who fucking cares? Don't tell me. I don't give a shit. But I didn't even finish reading it. And I logged into Facebook to post a flyer for the show I'm doing at the station in Baton Rouge on Friday, June 25th at 8 o'clock. Tickets are $10. You can also go to eventbrite.com. No, I don't care that I'm selling tickets while I'm talking
What a hell of a time. What a hell of a time to pitch that.
Hey, come tell me to my face after the show. Come tell me to my face what you think after the show. So anyway, this guy's telling me in an email that he has cancer or whatever. I don't even finish fucking reading it because I don't care. I see who the email is from, and I'm like, who gives a shit? I'm not reading your fucking email. It's like dear friends, family, and loved ones, and I'm like, no, I'm not reading
I'm none of those. I'm not even one of those.
So I just clicked off.
You don't love me.
3-4 days later, I log into Facebook to post a flyer, and I see this person's picture with a big long post about how they have cancer, and this whole long thing about how they're dealing with cancer. And in the thing they said, if you matter, you already knew. I emailed you or called you, and now for the rest of you, here it is. Which is kind of shitty when you tell people
that's
you have
a
cancer.
little shitty.
You don't fucking matter, but here. So
And now you know you don't matter because I let you know that I sent this out to the people I care about first. So if you're reading this now, I don't really care about you.
So I went back and I read the email, and it's sure as shit. Like, I got cancer. It's not good. Cancer's very bad, it said. He said that in the letter specifically.
Okay, and you
times.
didn't read any of it the first time. You got like a sentence in and was like, I'm not reading this. This is some bullshit.
Nope, I didn't. And you know what's the craziest part is? Every time he said the word cancer, it was in like a heading setting, and it was like real bright red font. So I don't know how I didn't see cancer, cancer. I was like, yeah, I was born in June when I skimmed it and just tossed it away. I didn't even fucking look at it. But this, yeah, dude has cancer. And so that sounds terrible, doesn't it? That
yeah, there's a
like
softer
I'm a bad
way.
person.
There's such a softer way you could have told that story.
Nah, man. So then I go and I'm like, oh, fuck. I guess I should like email him like, hey, I'm sorry about the cancer thing. Or like,
Ooh, just
what do you
heard about
do?
the cancer.
What do? Do you reply
Think
like,
about
hey, I
you?
didn't read your email, but I did see your Facebook post?
I think you need to just not admit any of that part. I don't know.
I had decided I was going to email.
Well, I told him everything. I
figured I was just
told
gonna
him
be
I didn't.
straight up.
You told him you didn't care about him. You didn't
Yep.
even value his friendship. You don't know how he got your email. And
it started.
I
with,
guess you got
how did
cancer.
it started with, how did you get this email?
Who the fuck gave you this email?
But I went to go look up his email on his Instagram bio to like, I don't know. I've known him a long time. I've never liked him. I didn't think he liked me. I don't know. It's weird that he feels like I'm somebody that should know. I don't know. So I went to go look up his email to be like, hey, sorry you're dying or whatever's happening. And then his Instagram was just Trump's taking back the White House in August. Trans people aren't people, so it doesn't matter. Like, just everything on his Instagram justified me not caring about his email cancer diagnosis.
It might have justified his cancer.
It made me.
I mean, if we're gonna do this segment, we might as well really do it. It might,
buddy. It very well, and I'm not kidding when I tell you it was just the worst shit I've ever seen. He put on a Guy Fawkes mask and would be like, Trump's gonna be president again in August, woo, with steam on his TikTok, and you're like, oh god, fuck.
Oh.
I'm glad you have brain cancer. I bet them brain cancers is starving because there ain't no brain in there to be eaten. Huh, MAGA, you dumb bitch. Hold on. This is all gonna, dude.
I keep holding on. It gets
so much better. So then I thought I'll just email him and tell him, "Fuck you. I'm glad you have cancer. I don't give a fuck."
Your thought process on all of this is just the complete opposite of everything that I would have like.
No, but for real, so I go to his Instagram, and it's just full of hateful shit, and I decide like, oh, I'm not gonna email him. I don't even care.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, 2-3 days later, it is in. Dude does not have cancer. Made it up to try to scam the VA to get extra something.
Like
so
some
much
type of
so
benefits.
that his fucking name is in the VA newsletter of like, hey, this happened, blah, 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 and we're pressing charges.
Watch out for
blah,
this
blah.
guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he didn't even have cancer in the first place. Which, now, that makes it even more confusing why you emailed me. Why did you email me, a guy that you went to high school with, to tell me that you had cancer if you don't have cancer and you're only trying to scam the VA? Do you think the VA is going to call and check, like, hey, did he fucking tell you that he has cancer?
I think he does.
I think
I think he thought that was like his little breadcrumb trail of
did.
like,
He
well,
told
if
me.
I tell everybody, they'll ask them before they ask a doctor. For sure, they'll ask my old high school associates and my old boss at that grocery store I worked at. They'll probably ask them. My mother-in-law, who I fucking hate, they'll probably ask her. They'll probably go to all of them before they go to a medical professional.
Yeah, before they look at my records and see.
Yeah, to verify if I'm lying or not to scheme money. Man, what a wild ride that was, Josh.
Oh,
and Jesus
It's
Christ,
not over yet.
can you be harsh with a story? Holy fuck.
I still had to decide. I still have to make peace with the fact that I didn't give a shit that a guy I'd known my whole life potentially had cancer. I didn't even finish the fucking email. Like, that's not good human.
Well, you didn't
That's
think
not
it
good
was
human-
a cancer
human-
email, though. Right?
You're right.
Because you said that.
You're
You
right.
said-
I was right this whole fucking time. Thank you, Chase. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
You didn't care what any type of email it was that he sent. And then you got out because you're like, I don't give, there's no way
You're
this is
right.
important. That's why I asked you earlier, did you celebrate after you read that he had cancer? Because I was trying to figure that moment out, because that's a very pivotal moment. I was trying to figure, like, I'm going to have your back, whatever, but I just needed to know, like, are we the villains? Or are we the good guy? And so you really danced around. There was a better way of positioning that to where you're no doubt the hero. But
Yeah, I'm sure there was, but I wanted all these shitheads to go on a journey. If that story
Yeah.
right there was worth a 5-star review on applepodcast.com or download iTunes from 2007.net if you want to, and give us a good review for that story. So now I'm reading every email I get from everybody all the way through.
word all the way to
Like-
the bottom.
I set up a filter on my emails to flag any email that says cancer. Anywhere in it, just fucking flag it right away so I know.
You're gonna start getting a bunch of astrology emails now. All your junk folder astrology
There's
emails.
a dark
will start
moment there,
popping up.
though, where I thought for real that I just ignored somebody telling me, like, well, I did.
I mean, you did ignore them, but you didn't
Okay, yeah, I
knowingly
did.
know that they were telling you about cancer is why you ignored
And a
them.
lie. I didn't knowingly know that they were telling me a lie about having cancer. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, you were right. I guess that's the way it
If
is.
there's
But
any-
yeah, that's
if-
crazy. I wonder what, like, how much of a like faking a terminal illness is such, because there's only one way to go out. Like, are you going to fake your death? Is that how you're going to do
Right.
this? And then you're going
Did
to
he
let
tell his mom and his sister and stuff that he was dying from cancer?
I
And
don't know, man. There was a comic up here that a lot of people thought faked his cancer diagnosis. And he got a lot of stuff off of it. Like, he got a Conan set, and he got
Mhm.
on TV and everything. And it was like this thing nobody would say. I had never heard anybody say it to his face or anything, but every time that dude was around, people would go, I don't fucking think like he's
Yep.
he hadn't lost any weight. There hadn't been anything. Like, it was like a thing up here for a little while. It never came out. I don't think anybody ever wanted to call him out about it.
It's hard to call somebody on it if you're not. You can't really
Yeah.
call them on it. Do you
Right.
remember down here in New Orleans? There was that comic named. He got chased off for being like a sex pervert or whatever he was. But he had. Do you remember he only had one leg and he was on crutches all the time?
Oh yeah, that piece of shit.
Potter or something. He ran shows down in New Orleans, and
Yeah, don't use his name. Fuck him.
for years, this guy walked around on crutches pretending to have one leg. Turns out he was sitting on his other leg the whole fucking time. One day I kicked his crutches out from under him and he put his fucking foot down. You piece of shit. I don't know if you knew that because you moved.
Once again, there's so many other ways of portraying him like a piece of shit that doesn't make you a piece of shit, but you always choose to make yourself look like a piece of shit. He's an actual piece of shit. And you made it
Yeah,
seem
don't feel
like-
bad for him. He's an actual
Yeah.
bad person. Says the
Yeah.
guy. I might have
But he
to edit
doesn't
that part
actually
out.
have that leg, though. He does. He is missing
That we know of. Fuck him.
bro.
I don't care. I'll bleep his name out, but fuck him.
Dude, Jesus Christ.
Tomorrow's Father's Day, so I get to say whatever I want tonight.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't check the chat in the Zoom? The chat in the Zoom
Uh,
is like, hey, bro, it's Father's Day. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
you know what?
Look
That's
at-
on,
hold
I
up.
see it now. That's on me. That's on me.
I got a
should've known.
whole thing about Polish people
I-
I'm going to do in a minute.
God damn. All right. Whew, I'm going to have to smoke a cigarette or something. We take a break. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go catch my breath and get ready for the rest of the show because holy shit. Was I
Look.
not prepared. I wasn't prepared for Freaky Friday. I mean, I rolled with it. I wasn't prepared for laughing at cancerous people. I wasn't prepared for
We're laughing at
people without
liars. Liars.
I
Not
know.
cancer. liars.
I know, but you went 20 minutes before you were like, he's a liar. You just went 20 minutes of being like, I fucking hate him and his cancer. That's what you made me say mean stuff about cancer.
Good.
Trying to punch this up.
Good.
I could have been calling him a fucking liar.
With me, Chase. Wallow in the
whole
mud
time.
with me, buddy. It feels so good.
Oh,
We're
fuck.
dirtbags,
Right.
Chase. Just live it.
We are shit buckets, aren't we? We deserve no 5-star reviews. So is it even what? I mean, we got a 5-star review this week, Josh, before everybody boycotts our fucking show forever. I'd have just loved to have known before we started that this was our last one, but it's good to know.
I hate that you brought this up right now because this is like the nicest review we've ever gotten.
Yeah. Yeah, I want you to get this. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about what our brand is, okay?
Hey, Chase, don't worry about this. Through the magic of editing, I'm going to be the hero. Watch how this plays out.
Can't wait. I can't wait for it only... Yeah, I can't wait for the only thing that you keep is me being like, maybe he should have cancer. I can't wait for that to be all that you leave in there. Maybe his human life deserves to be destroyed.
I think when people are shitty that you can make fun of their disability.
I know, but I didn't know he was shitty when I said that. I just was trying to make jokes. I thought that he was truly a man with cancer and that my best friend was shitty. And I was trying to figure out a way to blame the cancer guy to save my best friend's career. That's what happened. And then you fucking Shyamalan twisted at the end. And no, he's just a fraud. We could have been making fun of him for being a fraud the whole time. I had to say, I was gritting my teeth, Josh.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's take two of this. All right. So I got an email.
So somebody's not a shit bucket anymore, unlike us, the two hosts. But one of our fans have become a goddamn buckethead, and maybe the new host of the podcast. Maybe we need new leadership around here.
Probably. Time Warner is going to have me removed. AOL and Time Warner are going to get me removed as the co-host of this podcast now.
Dude, we got big partners now, bro. You can't just be fucking throwing shit like that out there. So Nola Lindsay, a sweetheart from all accounts, a good person who has lost her way and has stumbled onto our podcast, and we have poisoned her for week after week.
Just poisoned her soul with this garbage that we do every week.
So her head, you could tell from the fucking heading that she's poisoned. Sometimes you need someone to holler at you. That's what it was. That's what she comes to us for, is abuse. She comes to us. So sometimes you need somebody to knock you down a little bit. That's what she comes to us for. She's fucking trauma bonded to us because we keep yelling at people. Working remotely because of the pandemic, because she has nowhere else to go. Because a pandemic ruined her life, she stumbled into our fucking smut show over here. It's been too quiet in my home office lately. She's lonely, looking for love anywhere. She found in the abusive arms of Buckets of Duckets. I look forward to Mondays because I know Josh will probably be a bit yelly. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit yelly. You can rely on that. It honestly makes me feel like I'm back at work in my office. What a fucking terrifying office Lindsay must work in. That she feels comfortable at this place. Do people call you a dumb shit every day at your office? Is that what happens? Because that's what we do every Monday here on Buckets of Duckets. You stupid fucks. You never know what to expect from these two. Like calling them stupid fucks while they read a good 5-star review.
The nicest review ever.
They're both super charming, and listening to them has been a pleasure. Thank you, Lindsay. You are a buckethead of all bucketheads.
Because Lindsay just sent us this wonderfully nice review, she has been entered to win this show jugged Bang Energy can. I'm about to guzzle into my face.
A live chugging.
And then I'm going to mail it to Chase. He's going to sign it, and then from him, he's going to mail it to you probably, or to me, and then I'll sign it and mail it back. I guess that doesn't make sense.
We're going to get it to you, Lindsay.
Look at this. It is
This
sweet iced tea. And look, you can tell it's in there because, see, look. All right.
This bangs for you, Lindsay.
Thanks for you, Lindsay.
Go. Doing it, dude. He's doing full Steve Austin. Amazing. I'm watching a man get heartburn as we. Insane. Thank you, Lindsay. Guys, keep giving us 5-star reviews. You know, if you like what you've heard, give us a 5-star review.
What the fuck is going on tonight? What the fuck is going on?
YouTube people, we're not monetized yet, so we're not putting pressure on you as much. But you know,
thank God,
we'd love to be. We'd fucking love to be. They probably not get any sponsors based on the shit we talk about. But
not after this one.
But yeah, so this week at work, I had a Andy Bernard moment from The Office. Because, all right, so I'm at... I couldn't stop saying it. I just kept running around. Just doing that over and over again. It was really annoying. People hated me. They wanted me to take a fucking boat trip and leave for a year. Man, it was the worst. I'm at my desk, just being one of the best employees they've ever had. One of the best decisions that they could have possibly made. I go to save their business. I go walk away to go fix some problems and make this company money. And when I come back, there's a note on my computer written on a sticky note. And it says, don't tell nobody. Shh. And I look around to see like, oh, maybe somebody gave me a gift. Maybe that's what it is. Because that's where I'm at. I'm like, well, somebody must love me and just gave me a gift. Don't want me to tell nobody they gave me a special little gift because I'm a special little employee and I'm just a special.
If I got a note that said, don't tell, shh, I assume there's a dead body in my immediate area. And somebody just didn't have time to get away. And Chase is like, somebody probably brought me something pretty.
They probably got me presents. I bet it's presents. I bet it's presents. They don't want other people to know I got presents because then they get upset. So
because I'm their favorite and they don't want everybody to know that.
Because I'm everybody's favorite. So I started looking around and nobody, to my surprise, there's no sign that I'm the greatest of all time. There's nothing around that signals that I'm better than everybody. And I was like, what? What is there for me to not tell? I don't know what this is. And then so I go run over to, some people that I suspect that would have done this or whatever. And I'm like, hey, what is this? And they're like, I don't know what that is. What do you know? And I was like, wow, I don't know anything. What are you talking about?
Now you're just telling everybody you got a secret you can't tell.
Yeah. And so I start running around the whole warehouse just accusing people, just going like, I fucking know you did this, so why don't you just tell me you did it? Why don't you just say you did it? I'm like interrogating people. I'm separating people. I'm like, yeah, so Darlene already told me you said it. All right. It would just be better if you just told me you did. Darlene's over there. She's eating McDonald's. She got her feet up. She's having a good time because she told the truth.
Her pussy's got NyQuil in it. Did you know that?
Did you know? Did you know?
She said that like 5 times during the interview. It was crazy. She just kept bringing it up.
Yeah, you should download SoundCloud. So I do that. I'm just accusing everybody. I think it's fun. I think it's a really funny thing to leave a like ominous note like that and just not tell me. So I have a couple people I think it is, but nobody would tell me. And it really is starting to bother me that nobody has fessed up to who did it, because that's the thing about me. That's why I'm not good at like pranks like that, because I want credit. You know what I'm saying? Like I want, like if I left that note, that person, it would have been 10 minutes, and then I'd be like, "Did you see that note that was on? Did you?" I was like, were you freaking out? It was me the whole time. Did you freak out? I bet you freaked out. I knew it. That's what I am, right? And so next day that happens. Next day, at some point right before I go, so that note happened. This is how crazy it got, Josh. I'm time stamping when it happened. I knew that happened at 3:20. It happened 10 minutes before we left. I knew who was off of work and who was still there, because there's a crew that leaves at 2:30. There's a crew that leaves at 3:30, right? So I know that. So I'm accusing everybody. Can't trust anybody. All right, losing my fucking mind.
DTA.
Yeah. Next day, right before lunch, it's like 11:50. somebody puts a note on my computer when I walk away, and it says, "Was it you?" with a question mark. It's in a different handwriting than the first one. And bro, I almost punched the wall right through the fucking warehouse, just like Andy Bernard. Like dude, just losing my shit. Just walking up, just ha ha ha. Oh, so it's just so funny, isn't it? It's so funny just to leave notes on Chase's desk, just to watch him go crazy. Well, guess what? I am fucking crazy. I'm just going, off.
All that, like, and guess what? I don't even give a fuck. I don't care.
I don't care. I never cared. I never cared about stuff like this. You can't bother me, okay?
I'm so unfazed by this.
So the people.
Oh shit!
So now people are worried about me now at work because they didn't know just how much it was going to break me. They didn't realize just how easy it is to unwind me. They always thought like, yeah, Chase is like the funny guy over there or whatever. I like to know why things are funny, okay? You don't get to make funny at me. I make funny at you, okay? That's the way this works. I'm funny guy. You don't play jokes on funny guy. It's so there's like 75 people in the warehouse. I walked up to each of them and put my finger in their face and go, I know exactly what you did. I know exactly what you did. You did this first note and you made it. And look at this. I have both notes, Josh. I have both notes. I've been walking around with it. And I go, I see the way you tried to make it look like this is a different handwriting than the second handwriting. But I know you had the second one playing the whole time that you play in the first one. And this is exactly like you.
I know.
This is exactly like you. I'm bringing it into CSI. We're going to enhance it over and over again. We're just going to keep enhancing it until we know who drew this. And people are because I'm like the inventory guy and I'm supposed to be in charge of when orders are missing stuff, people are constantly coming up and like with papers that they hand me that they wrote and stuff and telling me what's missing. So now I got like a fucking corkboard behind me of everybody's handwriting and string attaching it to the original notes like I'm solving a fucking murder and I'm losing my goddamn mind. And then on Wednesday when I go into work, 2 days in a row, I got 2 notes. On Wednesday, I go into work, and there's a sticky note, and it's on my keyboard. It's not on the monitor, and it says, good morning, and somebody drew flowers, and there's like a bird and stuff, and I knew immediately this wasn't the same person as the other 2, because the first 2 put it on my computer screen, and this person so now we got copycats, and now I'm running around going, see what you did? Now we got fucking sticky note copycats everywhere, okay? Now we got people that are influenced, they're looking up to the people that did the first one and the life they ruined, and now they want to do it. You see what it is? By the way, so the third one, the good morning one was this lady, Julie. Julie is a wonderful person. I don't know why I just made her old. She
There's gonna be so much stuff I gotta edit out of this episode.
It's fine. It's fine. Julie's a lovely person. So she's like me, and she couldn't wait to tell me that she did that one. So she just like she came up to me and she did the exact same. She was like, "Did you get a note this morning?" I was like, "Julie, did you write me a note?" She's like, "Ah," and like yeah. So it was.
How great was it? She was like, "I did."
Just flip me off. You think I'm old, don't you? Take that. Why don't you spin around on that?
You shit, millennial.
So yeah, I've made such a big fuss of it that now it's too funny for anybody to come forward with it, and so now nobody's told me. And and I do have because people keep asking me about it because they think it's funny to get me all worked up. And because I'll totally tell you about it if you ask me about it.
It is hilarious to get you worked up, though. It is hilarious.
And so that was my Andy Menard moment for sure, because if I was in office, I would have punched through a wall. Like that would have happened. Absolutely.
I had a very confusing interaction this past week with our air conditioner repair guy.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that's fun to have a miscommunication with somebody that keeps you from fucking sweating all day.
Great. So whenever it flooded in Baton Rouge in 2016, we moved to Covington, and we bought a 2-story house, so it has 2 air conditioner units. And whenever we moved in, the house was like 15 years old. We put in new units. We put in 2 brand new air conditioner units. That's a lot of money to put into a house. And they have gone out every summer since then. Like, he has had to come. He's replaced both of them multiple times. Something would go out every single summer on these things. And the other day, the air just wouldn't come on. And it was like 6:45 in the morning. I'm getting Zoe ready for school. And so I'm going to call the air conditioning guy because it's June in Louisiana. I know other people's air is out. And I figure the earlier you call, it's an office. So the earlier you call in and leave a voicemail, the higher on the list you'll be, you know?
Makes sense to me.
So I called at 6:45. The voicemail is like, this is the office number, blah, 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 blah. Leave a message here. But even if you leave a message, call this number. It's Jerry, the owner. Oh, it doesn't. It's Jerry, the owner. Call this number too, even if you leave a message. Which led me to believe that when I called the first number and left a message, I should also call the second number and leave a message because that's what it said to do.
Makes sense.
And anybody who knows Josh Watts knows I always do what people tell me to do. Since day
Follow
one.
the rules.
Always. That's my motto. Everybody knows.
Do what's expected of you. That's you.
Plain and simple. Quietly. Plain and simple.
Most predictable man I've ever met.
Thanks,
This man's like clockwork over here.
Thanks, bud. So I call and I leave 2 voicemails.
You telling you wish he had cancer.
I know.
First off, I don't give a fuck if you get cancer. I just let you know.
Yep.
But my AC doesn't get.
I don't. Just so we're clear, I'm not going to read the email if you tell me. So I leave these 2 voicemails, and it's I get a call back like 15 minutes later or so, and it's the air conditioning guy, the owner, and he's like, "Hey, did somebody call and leave a message?" And I was like, "Well, if you listen to the message, yes, I left my name and number like 3 times, so yeah, I mean, yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, I did. My air conditioner is out." Blah blah. He goes, "Well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning," and I was like, well, "You called me."
Yeah.
This call is because you picked up the phone and called me.
You initiated this one, yeah.
And I was
you
like,
decided to start this at 7 in the morning.
And I was kind of caught off guard. Now, I'll tell you, this guy is an asshole. I don't think it's on purpose. Have you ever met somebody who just comes across like an asshole even though they're not?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It's so funny I say that to you after we've been doing this podcast for how long?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody's just real loud and kind of abrasive for no fucking reason. I know you do! Fucking say it! Say it! Say it! Fucking say it, Jason!
Don't hold back, it's all out now. It's all out now. Why don't you say it? I just need to hear you say it. Yeah, I know a couple people. I've met a couple people like that.
Every time he comes
hard to
over
love
fix
people,
the air,
I know, yeah. Met some rough around the edges with golden hearts people, yeah.
Every time he comes over, he rubs me the wrong way because he's just being a little rude or like, I don't know, I don't like him, but I don't think it's on purpose. I think that's just, so he says, well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. And I said, yeah, I know. I called and left a voicemail at the office, and he interrupted me and goes, and my number? I was like, yes, because the voicemail on the office number says even if you leave a message, to call and leave a message on this number too. And Chase, I swear to God, he goes, well, I was out till 9:30 last night.
Well, you should be fine at 7 in the morning then. That's what that sounds like. It sounds like you got plenty of rest.
What? I was out till 9:30 last night, and I was like, okay.
So you must be ready to go. Yeah. Also, how would I know? How would I know what you got going on?
I bet my air conditioner still doesn't work. How about, I mean, I don't care if you got in at 8:15. My air conditioner is out. I don't. But it was such a weird. I was out till 9:30. My wife likes steak. You motherfucker. What? And then I was like, okay. And he goes, we'll get you on the list, bud. And then he kind of hung up. And I was like, I don't care. I'm not going to fight him because I wanted to fix my fucking air conditioning. So whatever. He calls back 5 minutes later to apologize for if he was being rude. He's like, hey, I didn't mean to come off short, buddy. I just woke up, so I hope I didn't come across rude. And I said, you did.
Yeah.
You did. But, I need my air fixed, so I wasn't going to complain about it. And he's like, yeah, we'll get you on the list today. Chase, this motherfucker came out to my house, realized that I had a clog in my water outlet. I don't know, something. And he was like, I'm going to take this air compressor and blow it out, and then I'm going to pour a cup of vinegar in this pipe. Do you have any vinegar? Chase, this dude charged me $175 to pour my own vinegar in my own air conditioner.
Yeah.
He didn't bring vinegar, and when he said blow out the pipe, he took out one piece of pipe and shook it, stuck it back in, and then poured my vinegar that I had already bought from a store and used for other stuff into the air conditioner. It was like, now you owe me $175 for what I just did. And I was like, I said, does the air conditioner need that? Does the upstairs need that done too? He goes, well, it's a yearly maintenance thing, so you should probably do it every year. And I said, well, you're my air conditioner man. So if it's a yearly maintenance that hasn't been done, it's because you didn't do it. And he was like, well, and I was like, all I'm saying is don't be shitty. Don't be shitty. Like, you're just being shitty for no reasons, just so there's no point in it. And he was like, oh, well, but I wasn't trying to be shitty. And I was like, we do this every time you come over. I know.
You're shitty every year. It's our yearly maintenance shitty thing. It's what happens.
But I'm saying if it's yearly maintenance that hasn't been done, that's on you and not me, because you're the air conditioning company that maintenances this machine. So it's not my fault. And he was like, yeah, we'll get you up and running. And I was like, all right, thanks, man. And he goes, all right, are you going to pay with check? And I was like, hold on. What do I have to pay for? Because he literally took my vinegar and poured it in. I'm so mad about this, Chase. I'm going to keep looping around that. It was my vinegar.
That's fine. It's a very important part.
And he poured in the air conditioner and then charged me $175.
Yeah, it feels like when he called you at 7 in the morning, he could have been like, do you have any vinegar? Just pour it in that fucking thing and you'll be good. Like, it seemed like, you know
what had happened? If he hadn't been out until all hours of the goddamn night the night before, 9:30, you wildcat animal, what are you doing? Do you have children or a family? Jesus isn't awake.
She's out drinking warm milk at night. Jesus Christ, man. Just out 9:30.
You out petting alley cats? You out petting alley cats, luring them in with cans of tuna so you can pet them and put collars on them? Is that what you're doing, Jerry?
Is that what you're doing, air conditioning guy? Y'all weird. Y'all air conditioning guys are weird.
Y'all weird. I know you motherfuckers.
I know about y'all. I know what y'all be doing at 9:30 at night.
So now I've become this old. Now I've become our parents. Did your parents ever do the if you keep coming inside, you're gonna have to stay inside because you're letting all the air conditioning out? Did your parents ever tell you that?
Yeah, I heard that all the time.
You come to the house one more time, you're staying inside. All the air conditioning's coming out. I've become that parent now. My son leaves the door open. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, you gotta close the door. Close the door. I run downstairs and close it real quick. Push him out the door and close it.
Temperature dropped like 2 degrees in here. Jesus Christ.
If a thermostat goes off, something clicks in my brain, I know it. I just, what the fuck was that? It's like a spider sense. I know they fucking with it. I'm gonna go down there and get them.
Yeah, man. That's your house.
My house! You see this sign? That sign says Josh's Studio. It's hard to point backwards. Oh.
You're doing a great job.
Well, it said studio. I thought it said house when I was yelling. But then I remembered as I said it out loud that it says studio and not house.
But it's your and the air conditioning goes to that studio, so yeah.
That's right. Yeah! 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 Can I tell you another story real quick, Chase?
Yeah.
Somebody found a pig in our neighborhood.
Oh boy!
Just a pig.
Babes loosed in Mandeville.
just a pig. And somebody was like, "Hey, I found this pig. What do I do?"
Like, buddy, no one knows what to do with that. This is the first time.
That was my thought too. The other day, there's a farm somewhere close to our neighborhood around to where a fence got knocked down. And one time we just had cows walking around our neighborhood once, which is the weirdest fucking thing. Because you don't ever expect to turn onto a road and there's just a cow standing there in front of your road. It's weird.
Buddy, do you know the road that I grew up on?
As I was saying that out loud, I remembered that you could hunt deer off your front porch.
Yeah, a weekly occurrence when I'd be driving home and have to stop for horses to walk across the street because they got out of the neighbor's yard. And then I'd be like, what the fuck? These people can't keep up with their horses. And then I'd pull into my house and then our goats are running crazy. I'm like, oh, Jesus, the goats are out. God damn it. Darren left the fucking gate open. I gotta go chase these goats. Darren, what are you doing? And, yeah.
But somebody found a pig and they were like, does anybody know whose pig this is? And I'll be honest with you, Chase. If I had seen a pig in the wild, I'd be like, holy fuck, that's crazy. But I would never think I should grab that. That's probably somebody's pet. I would be like, holy fuck, a pig.
Man,
cool.
I wonder what that pig's been living on. That pig's just a wild pig just out there.
It's just a wild pig that's not somebody's pet.
Yeah, that pig's just out here eating out of dumpsters and stuff. Look at that pig.
And then that
pig killed an eagle.
They caught it and brought it to their house, and it was in their backyard. Like, we're trying to find who this
You think
pig
it's got a
belongs
microchip?
to.
Microchip it. See if
They did.
Wow, dude.
I was for real getting there, and it did have a microchip.
Whoa, man.
Yeah, Chase.
I can't even satirize this crazy world anymore, Josh. That's how much satire is dead. Okay,
I mean, like,
because the world's so crazy.
You just screamed out the punchline to a joke right in the middle of the setup. Because
I'm sorry.
No. I don't mean that. I just mean like that was the end. He was fucking microchipped.
I thought I was helping. I thought I was.
You were, if you wanted it to be a shorter story. But she puts this pig in her backyard and she's like, we're gonna take it to the vet to see if it has a microchip. And Michelle is sending me pictures from the Facebook group, neighborhood group, on her phone because I don't want to get into it. So I don't even want to log in. So she's sending me all these pictures like, we're gonna go see if this pig is microchipped. And I texted back, there's no fucking way that pig has microchip on it. And I hit send, and immediately, like you send a text and one comes in at the exact same time. At the exact same time it came in, we found the owners. And I was like, what the fuck? Pig had a fucking microchip. But then these people who found a pig in the woods and brought it home were telling people in the neighborhood, hey, just bring your kids over and they can pet this pig and see this pig. It'd be cool. Bring your kids over.
Yeah, because pigs don't bite or fuck you up at all.
Right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to walk over and throw my kids in a fenced-in backyard with some random pig, some weird redneck found in the woods somewhere. Yeah, that sounds great.
Hope my kid comes back with a hand. Here we go.
But
Boy, I hope my kid has both hands when they come back. This is going to be so much fun.
They reunited that lovely pig, with his home because somebody was smart enough to get a microchip. And that leads me to this week's sponsors, Pig Chips. Make sure that your pig is chipped. Pigchips.com.
A Bob Barker company.
It's been a wild
That's
episode
fucking wild
so far.
Yeah, man. So, I'm in Horsefucker Town, right?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
over there.
Called?
Enum Claw. Or
Enum
if you're
Claw.
cool, it's called Enum Scratch, which I totally tried out and called him Enum Scratch.
They let you do it?
And I survived. They didn't come get me. They just kind of was like, yeah, people call us that. And nobody told me why.
I wanted one guy in the front to be like, that's our word and you have no right using it. You understand me?
Are you from the Scratch? Then I don't want to hear it. You better not ever come.
Scratch.
Yeah, then you better not ever come to the Scratch. All right. I got a horse will fuck you to death right now. Right now. Things are different in the Scratch.
Things are different.
They really are. So I invite this lady I work with that I knew she lived near there, and because the way that I live in Seattle, I work in a city called Fife. It's like 30 minutes away, and I'm the only one that lives like the Seattle area. Everybody else lives farther out to Tacoma. So like whenever I have like an hour drive to get to a place like Enumclaw, it's actually kind of close to where some of these people I work with work. So I tell her, because she's a Enumclaw person, and
she's from the Scratch.
She's from the Scratch, and boy, she proud of it because she came to my show fucked up, crazy fucked up. Sat in the front row, brought a bunch of people, screaming about how I'm the greatest, and which, I mean, she's not wrong.
You can never be upset about that. That's always.
I was not upset.
Good.
But so everybody goes up. It's you do a sober set, and then you take a break. You do some hair on, and you come back, and you do a sleepy fucked up set. Right? That's the way. That's the way that Tyler Smith runs his dope shows. Okay, that's if you have a problem with it, go blow him up and tell him. I don't think you should be giving comics hair on. Let him know.
It's not good.
It's not good. Tyler Smith of the Dope Show is giving comics hair on. And morphine,
making them do comedy,
and making them do comedy. He told me that
horrible.
Yeah, he told me he'd steal my pig if I didn't do it. So,
oh
my gosh,
BigChips.com.
Don't let it happen to you. So,
don't let this happen to you. BigChips.com.
Sweet. So all these other people go up. Travis Nelson's on the show, 6'9", funny motherfucker. Travis Comedy, YouTube page, YouTube channel. I always say page. It's a channel. All right, we making movies, baby. We making movies over here, Buckets and Duckets. So every person that goes up, she is like being like almost cartoony about how much he's like, oh my god, yeah, what's up? Ooh, you remember? Like having the time of her life, but it's too much. Calm down. She's in the front row. I come out on stage and I get a standing ovation the second I walk on stage. Just her, all of her dumb drunk friends, like the 6 of them stand up. They're just applauding. And like, Chase is the best. Chase is the best. There's 100 other people in there. I don't know who the fuck I am. And the people that they hate in the crowd, because they've been yelling the whole show and kind of ruining it. Love me. Yeah, love me. So that doesn't exactly endear me to the rest of the crowd that the people of the crowd hate love me, right? And so I come out, I do my little yucks, just destroying, just winning back people that weren't sure if they could love me or not. But of course you could love me. I'm just giving it to them, right? And then suddenly her fucking husband runs in through the back of the theater. It's a movie theater that we're performing on a stage in front of a movie screen, right?
Did they turn the movie off?
No. Lilo and Stitch was playing the whole time behind us, and it's good. It's a really good movie. When I came out from my hair on set, I just sat Indian style and watched the movie. I just turned around for my 5-minute set.
You did commentary on it?
I did, yeah. It was Travis was there, so we knocked it out. And so he comes running in, just from the back, running in. He's looking for his wife. He stands in front of the like stage, so in front of me, like hands out. I just know her. I don't know the people she's with. I don't know this man that just came running in. So I start calling him all kind of dumb motherfuckers and sit your drunk ass down and nobody paid to see you, you piece of shit. And if I wasn't holding the microphone right now, I'd stomp your fucking head in. How about that? And so I'm doing
the shit out of you.
It's fucking hilarious, right? I'm just crushing.
The crowd's loving it. They're eating it.
Oh, they're just loving me, threatening to end his fucking bloodline. I'm like, it'll end right here with me. You understand? And I'm doing all of that. My set gets over. Standing ovation. Just everybody loved it. Just losing their shit. They almost just burnt the building down. They were so excited. And so I get off stage. Travis is up after me. He goes up. My friend and their whole group, they leave. They leave right there. Which nobody was really worried about it. Everybody was actually like good. They left. So they leave. And then I go to do ketamine in the alley, right? Because backstage opens up to a dark alley that you can do drugs in. That you can do drugs in, and so I'm over there doing that, and then my friend, my work friend, she's in that alley because why wouldn't she be? Yeah. And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." She's just drunk, hugging me. I'm so sorry. You're so funny. You really are the best. You really are the best. You know that. So I have to go because my husband came, and I have to go. I was like, I know you have to go. I know. It's time. It's time for you to go. Yeah. And apparently what happened was at some point during her day drinking, she's came to 2 shows of mine. She came to my show of mine like 2 years ago. She didn't make it through. She got kicked out during the headliner set for talking too much. And then this show, she didn't even make it to the high set. And so She could, because before the show, she thinks, well, you get as shitty as possible. You go and you drink for hours and hours, and then you come to the show and you lose your fucking mind, right? And so, right? And that's what their whole group does. And because, by the way, while I'm out in the alley talking to her friends were like, "Oh, I remember you from Tacoma Comedy Club. I remember we went to the, So
I remember that other show we ruined.
Yeah, I remember that. Man, why we keep getting kicked out of all these shows? That's so weird. And so, and so apparently what happened is during their day drinking that day, her and her husband, they just lose each other. They just go about their drunk lives in separate directions. And he goes and does whatever drunk thing he's doing, and she goes still hanging with her friends, come to the show. And at some point during the night, he remembered, oh yeah, they were going to Eat 'em Scratch to that fucking comedy show. That's where she's at. And then so he busted in there to be like, what the fuck? You fucking left me at the fucking butt. And that was what just happened in front of me during the show was
That's so good.
And I invited all of it. I'm 100% responsible. None of that would have happened at that show. We would have just had a just smooth show. But instead, I brought the 6 worst people that could have possibly been there. And there was like a group. There was like another group that was kind of sitting next to them. And I thought initially they were part of that group too, but then when husband came in and tried to jump up on the stage with me and had to end his life, they all took they all moved over a seat and did the whole it came up to me after the show. We're like, hey, look, we just happened to sit next to him. That's not our people. And I was like, no, that's my people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that. I invited a true Enum Claw person to the Enum Claw show, and that's my mistake. That's on me.
I should have known better. That's on me. I should have known better.
I should have known better. I gotta wear that. I gotta take that. So that was on Saturday. Monday is day 1 of Postit Note Gate on my computer, and I thought, don't tell nobody. I thought that made sense for her.
Yeah.
And so I asked her, I was like, is this because, I was like, hey, did you leave me a note? I went out, I was coy about it, as I wanted to show that I was their friend first. They could trust me before I fucking slammed a binder down. They go, I fucking knew it. And so.
You're going away forever.
You better kiss that your drunk husband goodbye, okay? Because you'll never see him again. And so. I asked her, hey, did you leave a Post-it note on my desk? She's like, what? No. And I truly don't think that's yeah, exactly. You punched me right in the face. And I was like, well, I guess I believe you then. But yeah, I don't think it was her either because she's like a 2:30 get off person too. So she wouldn't have been there when it happened. But it would at least made sense if she did it. But no, it wasn't her because she didn't care. She was telling other people that before I could even tell them that she came all drunk, got kicked out of my show. She had already told them, and so people thought it was fun.
The story. I know that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's what I'm gonna do with this podcast, man. Now, listen. In this episode, it sounds like I say some crazy shit about to do with cancer. But listen,
he's just a liar. That's all he is.
I gave Henry his first haircut this weekend.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he had that. I like that move with babies. They just let babies have long rocker hair for a little while.
Yeah. Well, look. Okay. So, I was gonna let his hair grow forever, but it was starting to it was down past the middle of his back, a rat tail in the back, because baby's hair grows all uneven at first. So he had a rat tail down in the middle of his back, which is dope as fuck, right? But
right. I don't hear any problems so far.
But his hair was starting to get in his eyes too much, and he was starting to brush it out of his face, and it would get caught on his toys and his backpacks and stuff. And this is his favorite pair of Spider-Man sunglasses that he left on my desk, and his hair would always get caught in the little hinges, and they'd just be hanging off his face with him crying.
Okay.
So
I understand now.
I took him in the bedroom, and I took out the clippers that I used. I watched 110 YouTube videos to try to make sure I knew what I was doing, and look, I'm going to show a picture on look at that. You can see how long his hair is.
That's good
hair. His hair is down in the middle of his back. And he didn't give a shit. I thought he'd hear the clippers and freak out. He did not care at all. So I gave him a Karen haircut. I just shaved the back of his head and left the front still like shoulder length. And he looked like the typical Karen meme.
Yeah, you look like you want to talk to your manager.
And then I hooked him up. Look at that. Look at that handsome little dude.
Looking clean.
I hooked him up, and everybody got mad at me about it.
Really? They don't want you to cut it?
I didn't think about it. I was home alone. Michelle was at work. And it's his first haircut. She didn't get to see it. She wasn't there for it. She wasn't a part of it. And she had planned on him getting his first haircut. We're going to Disney World in November. And she wanted him to get his first haircut at the Disney barber because they do like a singing barber shop. Like it's a whole big fancy thing. But look, I'm cutting that little Rugrats hair first. I'm giving him his first haircut.
I'll be goddamn Mickey Mouse gonna cut my baby's hair before I do.
But I want you to see, I showed him his hair. He didn't understand what was happening. He didn't realize I was cutting his hair or anything. And then he likes to climb up on a stool in the bathroom and wash his hands. He just goes and gets his hands dirty so that he can go wash them. He'll come and show me his dirty hands and then ask me to go wash them. So I took him to wash his hands. And when he does, he climbs up on a stool and stands in front of the sink in the guest bathroom. And when he does that, there's a mirror right there. And look at this. Look at that little face right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to edit this in the show. That is him realizing that I cut his hair that's him seeing it. Look at that. Look at that laugh.
He didn't recognize that person.
He stared at himself for so long and kept touching his head and looking at it and like clapping. He loves it. He looks so fucking handsome, but literally everyone in our lives is mad at me for cutting his hair.
Did you tell anybody that you had planned on doing it, or you just say, hey, I'm just gonna cut his hair now?
So today, Saturday, I'm cutting Michelle and Zoe's hair. I cut their hair too. It's not hard.
What?
They just have straight. Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah.
No.
I learned how to cut hair enough that I can cut like a straight shoulder length girl hair. That sounds like I don't know what I'm doing. But I watched a lot of videos and I gave
just
Zoe
straight shoulder lady hair. You know.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Girl head. Girl head. I
They're
gave
different,
Zoe
you know.
I gave Zoe her first haircut and I cut her to her chin, and I've watched every YouTube video. I practiced, like I really practiced. And so Saturday I was going to cut Michelle and Zoe's hair like shoulder length to give them matching haircuts. And I had said I was going to cut Henry's hair too. So I thought that meant it was okay for him to have a haircut. So Friday I was playing with his hair and he was letting me play with it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to cut it. Let's see what I can do. And I cut it without thinking, oh, the big deal was that Michelle wants to be a part of this.
Right.
Like she wants to be here for this. Because I didn't realize at first she was furious. And I was like, why are you mad? And then when I thought about it, like if I was there for his first haircut, I wouldn't talk to Michelle probably ever again. I don't think I'd ever move on.
That'd probably be it.
That'd be it.
Last straw, Michelle. All right.
Forever.
Josh has put up with too much from you.
Forever. It's been 26 years, but that's the last straw. Ah! But I gave him a great haircut. He looks handsome as fuck. Every time he walks by me, I keep seeing how good looking he is. And then today we took apart 2 cribs and built bunk beds for him.
Did you let Michelle see?
Let Michelle see the haircut?
No, did you made their first bunk beds, or are you in trouble for that too?
No, actually, Michelle was right there beside me and helped me. I don't know if she might listen to this, so she helped me a lot. But if she doesn't listen to this, I'm gonna put both verses in. I'll edit it when I find out if she's gonna listen. Okay, hold on. Yeah, she helped a lot. Michelle probably did most of it, actually. I was just there for more moral support. You know?
That's good, man. I like that about Michelle.
She's a strong, independent woman.
Always has been. That's what I respect about her.
She ain't did shit, bruh. I sat there, I screwed all that shit in with my bare fucking hands. When one of the bolts wouldn't go, I got it on that shit with my teeth and just turned it with my fucking head. My children want a bunk bed, they gonna get a fucking bunk bed, even if their mom won't help me build it.
Fucking worthless, that woman. I swear to God, she didn't do anything.
She told me, She told me, she said, you look fat while you put that bunk bed together. And I said,
She's so mean, too. That's the other thing, is she's mean. She's got a hard heart. Her heart is so cold and hard. You'd think a cold one could break and like shatter, but no, it's like cold hard.
It's like hard cold. It's like a cold, hard heart cold. We built those bunk beds, dude, and within like 2 hours of letting them play on them, Henry had busted his mouth open, was just covered in blood.
Yeah, what? You gotta punch your kid first before he gets on the first bunk bed. Before they get on a bunk bed, you gotta bust his lip up a little bit so that he knows what he's getting into.
This might be hard for you to believe, but I do not handle blood well when it comes from my children.
No,
I can see if I caused it, I'm cool. I know this is a busted lip, and I'm like, he's gonna die. He's gonna bleed to death. We don't stop. What did he eat today? Did he eat something that's gonna keep him from bleeding? He's not gonna stop. I need Michelle to be like, it's just a busted lip. He's not gonna die. And then I'm like, all right, okay, we're cool then. We're cool. With his blood coming from my children, which it's almost every day, they just bleed like just regular. They're just constantly leaking all over the place.
So you look fantastic. This is the benefit of watching on YouTube, is what you just saw. So hey, let's get some migrant. You want to start putting pressure on the YouTube people, because we eventually gotta get paid for this shit. We've been real cool, but we need some subscribers. It's time. We gave you like a year and a couple months buffer, but YouTube people, fucking subscribe. Subscribe and tell somebody. Subscribe, tell somebody.
Tell a lot of people.
A lot of bodies. A lot of bodies.
Hey, what you just witnessed, go fucking tell somebody. No, wait, hold on. No. Hey, did you enjoy that? You better fucking tell somebody.
We'll take it away.
You want to keep getting these free YouTube shows? You fucking tell somebody.
You fucking tell your friends. We want your friends here too.
You subscribe. If we don't have 6 million subscribers by Sunday, we'll blow up the White House.
Oh, I fucking swear to God. And we mean it. Wait. I've never been more serious about something in my life.
This episode, when we're done editing, is gonna be like 20 minutes.
Oh, this is a short. This is no way. So, the NBA playoffs are going on, right?
Next. Oh, what?
Just rip up a picture of him like Sinead O'Connor. You got 14 days, or your precious Pope. It's gone.
This episode is something, man.
Woo! Satire. It's all satire. We're being silly, right?
Comedy, guys.
Oh, jokey jokes. We can say horrific stuff.
See, Lindsay,
but seriously, the Prime Minister of
the bombs are hidden underneath the Eiffel. No.
This podcast is sponsored by Saudi Arabia. And we'll use it.
This podcast is sponsored by Cobra.
We sweep the leg. Yeah.
Lindsay, Nola Lindsay, I'm going to sign this can. I'm going to mail it to Chase.
I'll sign it and send it to you.
He's going to sign it, and then we're going to mail it to you. Thank you. That was the nicest review we've ever gotten.
We got to figure out your address. Buckets of Duckets pod at Gmail. We'll just know. We just know.
We just got it.
We know where all our listeners live, and don't forget it, that we know where every one of you lives.
Look outside the window. You're going to see one of us.
Yeah. Yeah, Buckets of Duckets pod at Gmail. That's our email address. If you would like it, shoot us an email and we'll send it to you for why not? We'll do it.
If you send me an email, I'll send you if you send an email if you subscribe and send an email, not Lindsay. Lindsay, you get this can. You just send us your address and we'll mail it to you. But if you subscribe and send an email to, what is it, Buckets of Duckets?
Pod@gmail.
Pod@gmail. I'll send Chase used Bang Energy cans to sign, and we will mail them to your house.
Look, look. If this becomes a thing, I'll start just signing my underwear at the end of every show, and we'll send it out. Look,
and
I'll
you
just
can
send
do
you
whatever
everything.
dirty, weird shit you want to do with this stuff, you weirdos. They're gonna get DNA off of it and frame us for something.
Yeah.
I'm on to you, ISIS loving motherfuckers.
I know you love ISIS.
I know it. I seen your Twitter.
I seen it.
All right, guys.
Hold on. Well, wait. This is really quick, but it's just.
I'm not in a rush. Go.
So the basketball playoffs are right now. They've been really good, and tonight is Game 7 between Brooklyn and Milwaukee. It's happening as we record this, and so I'm recording it and doing the ignore everything. Don't check anything. I'm just gonna watch it. And while we were recording, Travis sent me a text. Oh my God, KD! And so I don't know.
You son of a bitch!
I don't know what happened, but I know KD is going the fuck off right now. And so I can't wait to see. It's upsetting because I don't want Brooklyn to win. I'd rather see Milwaukee win. But
It's the finals.
no, it's the second round.
The Lakers are out, right?
Yeah, so a lot of dynasty type teams, it's going to be somebody new that wins this year. It's the only teams that are left are Philadelphia and the Hawks. They have Game 7 tomorrow. Dominique Wilkins strapped it up at 63 and is out there still getting 25 a game, bro. The dude is just down on the block fucking teaching these youngins lessons. It's crazy. Dude, he don't play defense. He doesn't run back. He just stays on that one block.
Why would he?
And they just dumping into him, and he's getting buckets. That man's handling business. He's showing a lot of heart. I really like seeing it. And so
it's artificial, but it is a heart.
It's a pacemaker, but it's pumping great. You can't even tell that it's not his same heart or his same ACL or hamstrings. All of that has been repaired and fixed.
Right, we don't give a fuck on this show. Cancer liars, basketball legends, the Pope. The prime minister of everywhere will come for you, bro. Buckets
Never
of
been
Duckets.
scared. Never been scared. Never been scared. Guess what? We both gonna get hired on SNL. Both of us. They can't take us down even at all. All right. They want us to say this stuff.
It's gonna say feature players, Buckets of Duckets. That's what it's gonna say. It's gonna have a picture of us, and it's just gonna be us like this.
Huh? It's pretty good.
No,
pretty
wait.
good.
I want to do this one.
Slow turn.
Or the one where I'm holding a guy by a shirt and punching him in his face. And then
I like that one. No one's done that one since Farley, but that's a good one. That's a good one. Is doing that. So yeah, that's gonna decide part of it. The other side is the Phoenix Suns and the Clippers. They moved on in the Western Conference, so one of those two will be going to the finals. That starts tomorrow.
The Phoenix Suns fucked me over so many times in the playoffs. I used to root for anybody that wasn't the Bulls at a time, and I was so sure the Phoenix Suns were going to be the team to take them down.
Yeah. So this is pretty much one of the first times they've been good since then. Like they haven't. They had a Steve Nash run for a good 10 years, and then they had 10 years of nothing, and then this year Chris Paul came and saved them.
They need another Oliver Miller. That's what they need.
That's what everybody could use, Oliver Miller. Every time I watch a game, I'm like, man, what? Why ain't nobody weigh 360 on these teams?
How come there's no number 25 that weighs 400 pounds running up and down that? Well, not running, but
why ain't he out there? But we're about to the winner of this game and then the winner of the Hawks and Sixers will be playing to go to the finals. And then on the Western side, it's already figured out. So it's gonna be somebody new. I'm okay with literally everybody winning except for Brooklyn because Brooklyn did that thing where they just got a bunch of superstars and it's not really fair. And so I hate when those teams win, especially if you win on your second or third year, then I don't hate it as much. But I hate whenever it's these teams that have been building for years and trying to get it. And they finally are having their moment, and then it's just we just spent a bunch of money. We're gonna beat the shit out of you. I don't I want you to go through something before you win. LeBron and D Wade and Bosh, they lost their first championship before they went on to win two. So I like that better. But Brooklyn's dealing with so Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving and James Harden, but Kyrie and James Harden are both hurt. So it's kind of like, it's weird to me because I'm like, well, now they're not a super team, but I know if they win this series, those two dudes will come back healthy, and then they'll be the team I hate. So, so I'm all up. But yeah, that's something. Kevin Durant's doing crazy shit right now because people are texting me. So that's what I'm about to go check out.
I had another basketball. There was another basketball related story, but I don't remember what it was. I was just about to tell you something, Chase. I had it, man. I had it.
Ooh, I knew it was gonna be good too. I could feel it.
John Stockton is an anti-vax Nazi. Did you know that?
I did know that. He's actually from like not far from here. In
that
Washington.
hurts my heart to know that.
He's like a Spokane guy. Yeah, there's a Cole Beasley is an NFL wide receiver, and he also decided that he didn't like his career. And instead of just having those thoughts and keeping them to himself and not having a bunch of people call him a fucking idiot dumbass, he decided to write out a note on his iPhone and screenshot it and put it on Twitter. Yeah. You could have just not done that. You could have just not done that, and nobody would have known you're a big dummy.
Take it from us here at Buckets of Duckets. We know when to shut the fuck up about stuff.
Look, if anybody knows, it's us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we also know how to make people shut the fuck up like the Pope.
So, also, the Utah Jazz got eliminated last night in the playoffs after Stockton had done all of that. So, So, the NBA they're in on it.
That nerdy motherfucker used to give me hope, man. I would see him playing basketball. I'm like, well, if that dude, look at that dude. He used to have the clearest indication of nerdiness. He had the sideburns that were like perfectly even with the top of his ear. Like, right. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just shaved like way up here. Nobody knows what I'm talking about, but I know. I know in my heart that John Stockton was a nerd from day fucking one. And he's coming out now and proving it.
When he was, he went to like Gonzaga, which is like only a couple hours from here. And so he's kind of like a hero to his area, which is funny. So I watched a Dream Team documentary because he was on the original Dream Team. And they were just talking about how when they were in Barcelona, how none of the other players could go and do anything because they're so recognizable. But nobody recognized John Stockton. So he would literally, like the bus would be getting swarmed by people and they couldn't get out. And he would be like, man, just let me the fuck out. And he would get out and then just walk on the street to wherever he was going. And nobody would fucking bother him. He'd just walk around. There's like a funny moment where he's like at some amusement park with his family, and he sees somebody that's wearing like a Team USA shirt, and it's got all their faces on it, like cartoony, but it's all their faces and like characters. And he stops them, and he goes, "Oh, you're a Dream Team." They're filming him. He's like, "Oh, you a Dream Team guy?" He knows that they're not gonna know, but he's like, "Oh, you like the Dream Team?" "Yeah." "Oh, we love it. We watched all the games." Like, "Who's your favorite player?" And then like Jordan or Barkley or whoever, and then he's like, "Who's that guy?" And he points to himself, and the woman's like, I don't know, actually. I don't know who that guy is." And then he's like, "You don't know who that guy is?" And she's like, "No, I don't know who that guy is." Stockton's son, like little son, is sitting next to him. And he's like, my dad, like pointing at that's my dad. And the lady still doesn't get it. She's like, doesn't put together, because she's like, there's no fucking way this guy looking me in the eye right in front of me. Right. That's the same height as me, is on the Dream Team. Yeah, and so like even with it, she's just like, "Oh, what a crazy thing that kid's saying." Is that's?
I was alive and like a super into basketball during the Dream Team stuff, and I was so excited.
That's the era of basketball you always like references early 90s.
I was so excited to see the Dream Team until they started playing, and it was like. Did you ever play a video game on 2-player but just left the other controller with nobody playing it so you could beat them really easy? That's what every game looked like. It was so sad to watch. After a while, it's like, oh, you didn't have to do. Come on, man.
Bro, the opposing teams were like taking pictures with them before they're about to play. They're like, like Magic Johnson, can you please take a picture with me? There was another one where Magic Johnson's taking a free throw, and the guy that's on the line, like standing there to rebound or whatever, just like starts shaking his hand, just reaches out like, "Can you shake my hand, please?" Magic Johnson like shakes his hand. There's like another like cut of like a player like crying, like. It was such a huge deal for those players to play there.
One guy shit his pants when Tony Kukoc walked out on the floor. I watched him.
And he just played for Croatia. He wasn't even on the dream team. That was just regular.
They just shit because they were like, that guy's gonna be a huge fucking deal one day. That's the coach, the coach.
You know what's funny is at that hold on, I got one more. I got a Kukoc thing. At that Olympics.
Here's that.
At that Olympics, the USA played Croatia with Tony Kukoc. Tony Kukoc was already drafted by the Bulls, but sometimes when you draft a foreign player, it takes a couple.
That's the only reason you let him win.
It's right, yeah. And so it will take a couple years before they come over. Sometimes they have to wait out their contract in that league or whatever. Or if it's like a fucking dictatorship at that country, they got to like literally sneak out and shit. And so Tony's not coming over, but the GM for the Bulls won't stop sucking his dick to Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Like, oh man, when Tony Kukoc gets here, whatever. He's like, when Tony Kukoc gets here, you better fucking sit back, all right? Because he's fucking taking shit over. And so Scottie and Mike get mad because in 92, they had just won the championship. I guess they had just won their second one too. And so they're either one-time champs, two-time champs. They got their GM talking about this Croatian dude that's going to come in and make them so much better. And so when they played the Team USA, Jordan and Pippen would not allow anybody else. Yeah, but they would not allow anybody else to guard Kukoc. It was like picking him up full court and like not let his stats that game were like he was like 1 for 12 or something. He scored like 4 points and like Tony's like the man on that team, you know. And that
only happened because Kukoc wanted it to.
That's right, because he let it happen. And then on Jordan's The Last Dance documentary, they talked to Kukoc about it. And he's like, yeah, I didn't understand why they were so mad or like why they were taking it out on me. Like, you know, I thought we were going to be teammates soon. I didn't understand that the GM was talking me up so much that it was pissing them off. Like, you know.
Yeah, that he fucked me. I didn't realize that he fucked
me. That he pissed off the most competitive man that's ever walked the earth that takes everything personal. You need to, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's good.
I need to. Now that I know Tony's in it, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, Tony's in there a couple times.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
See, I don't go to Netflix much. I've been meaning to watch it. I just forget.
Yeah, get in there, man. All right. Think we did it.
I think we've pissed enough people off this week.
I think we.
And we're not fucking done.
And we're just getting started. Ladies
and gentlemen. This has been Buckets of Duckets. Please like and subscribe, share, tell a friend, and don't forget, this is the podcast that makes dreams come true. The podcast hosted by the two men that are stronger than your dad and prettier than your mom. BucketsofDuckets.com. Boom!
Bye!